No way, that looks so cool.
Hello everyone, it's Finnovation. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make some awesome pixel art. Now, I really encourage you to stay around throughout this whole video because I do 3 different designs, and if you don't like one, you can always skip to the next section. So, thank you, and let's get right into the video.
Alright guys, so now, if you don't know or you don't have a software and you don't know which one to use, what I'd recommend is if you have a Windows PC, you can search up Paint 3D. I think I want to do like a landscape with a little bit of like a lake down below, and I want it to be kind of like at night. So as you can see right here, I've already made a color palette. So color palettes are a really helpful tool to figure out what colors you're going to use, because oftentimes in pixel art, if you use too much gradient, it can actually take away from the effect. So too many colors can actually lead to your pixel art not looking quite as good.
So right now I'm just going to go over like a little bit of a time lapse of what I've did. Now that I've got my color palette, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of make like a sky gradient using that palette. So as you can see right here, I'm just kind of using the shades of blue, and I add more if I need them. So right here, I just found like a little blue that's in between the two, and all I'm doing is just kind of blending the colors to make it look like a night sky. And remember that you can be creative, and I'm kind of limiting myself to a color palette, but you don't have to. So right there, as you can see, I added the moon, and right now I'm going to try and add some mountains. So I'm actually going to use that darker color from earlier and just kind of fill in the mountains like this. So I think that looks pretty good as a good start.
Alright, so I kind of like this mountain line right here, and I think it looks pretty good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a lake down here. So reflections are really key in pixel art. So right now what I'm doing is this is just going to be like the line in between the land and the water. So I'm going to get a little bit of a different shade, and once again I might have to add to my palette for the water, but I think this blue actually looks pretty good for the water.
Now that I've got the water straightened out, what I'm going to do is add some foregrounds. Right here, I just add a little bit of stuff right there, kind of like closer to you. So in a good pixel art like background, you want to have some foreground, a focal point, and a background. My background is the mountains, my focal point is the moon, and my foreground is those little like hills up front. So what I'm doing right now is copying the mountains from the top to the bottom so it can look like it's a lake. And I add a few squiggly lines to make it look like it's underwater. Then I copy the moon and once again add some squiggly lines. Then I go in with like a different opacity and try to make it look like it's underwater.
Alright guys, so now before this video gets too far, I do want to say that I'm actually doing this pixel art for a Minecraft client that's coming out. If you don't know what that is, Minecraft clients are basically like an installation of Minecraft that can make your FPS go up so you have better performance and stuff like that. But they have cosmetics like capes and stuff, so I'm actually turning this into a cape. So as you can see right here, I have this as a Frost client cape, and I added a little frost thing here and kind of mirrored this over here. So I think this looks really nice, and if you want this cape in the future, you can join Frost client's Discord. It might be in the link down below, but it might not. I'm not sure.
Now, I'm sorry for the absolute terrible quality of this picture, but I also made this cape, so I'm going to show you how I made this super cute goat. Alright, so right now I'm going to show you how I made this goat. So the first thing I did was blocked off a shape that I liked. So then what I started to do was add some detail and outline, like horns. So now I might have gone a little bit too in detail with these horns, but basically when you're making a character, what you want to do first is come up with the silhouette. So you want like a very defining silhouette in pixel art. So what I kind of wanted like those two horns to be like the big thing, and then I kind of refined the rest of the shape. And I know that goats have like a little beard, so I made a little beard down here, and I think that looks pretty cute. So now that we have like the actual outline done, what I start doing is adding colors and other prominent shapes. So right now I just colored in the horns. Then what I do is I go and do that beard, and I used a little bit of a different color for the other side. Now I do the eyes. Now the eyes are a really important part of a pixel art character. Usually you want them to be pretty big, or pretty much to stand out. So I like these, and I think these look really cute. Then I just add a nose, and it's done.
Alright, so now I'm going to very quickly show you how to animate capes. So this one right here I made, and I kind of wanted like a retro car and nighttime city vibe, and I think it looks pretty cool. Now how you do this is you can search up Piskel, and all you do is, it's this right here, so you want to look that up, and then you want to click it, create sprite, and bam, you are good to go. So now you can draw, do whatever you want, so, you know what I mean? And then you just add a new frame, and now I've got this thing right here, which was just, a mess that I made very fast. But there you go. If you want to animate, that's how you do it. And this is my favorite software to do it for free. There's certainly other softwares, and they work just as well. But this is my personal favorite.
I had a ton of fun making that pixel art. Pixel art and duct tape are my mediums.
Sounds a little suspicious to me, Finn. Actually, Finn, that reminds me of a joke.
Oh boy.
What do you call a suspicious artist?
I don't know what.
I'm a little sketchy.
That's terrible. Whatever, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe down below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!